Join me as I attempt to master the art of making the perfect French croissant ice cream from scratch. Imagine taking a bite of a flaky, buttery croissant, and instead of the usual airy interior, you're met with a scoop of creamy, cold ice cream. It's a match made in heaven, folks. Combining two beloved treats into one irresistible dessert, French croissant ice cream. It's a game changer, and I'm excited to dive into the world of pastry and ice cream making to bring it to life. Achieving the perfect balance between flaky croissant layers and smooth ice cream texture is no easy feat. There are so many variables at play: the type of flour used, the temperature of the butter, the churning time of the ice cream. It's a delicate dance, and one misstep can result in a disappointing, soggy mess. I've tried making French croissant ice cream before, and let me tell you, it's not as simple as just sandwiching some ice cream between two pieces of croissant. No. The croissant layers need to be light and airy, while still holding their shape against the cold, creamy ice cream. It's a challenge, to say the least. One of the biggest hurdles is getting the croissant dough to laminate properly. You need to create those perfect, flaky layers, but you also need to make sure they're not too dense or heavy, or they'll overpower the ice cream. And then, of course, there's the issue of ice cream texture. You want it to be smooth and creamy, but not too soft or it'll start to melt and lose its structure. It's a balancing act, and it requires a lot of patience and practice to get it just right. But when you do get it right, oh man, it's like a party in your mouth. The crunch of the croissant gives way to the creamy ice cream, and it's like a match made in heaven. So, what's the secret to achieving this perfect balance? What's the key to making French croissant ice cream that will make your taste buds sing? When it comes to creating a successful fusion of croissant and ice cream, there are a few key ingredients and techniques you need to keep in mind. First, you need to start with high-quality ingredients: fresh, high-fat butter, rich, creamy milk, and the finest, most fragrant vanilla beans. You need to use a combination of all-purpose and bread flour to create a strong, yet delicate, croissant dough. And, of course, you need to have the patience to laminate that dough multiple times, so you get those perfect, flaky layers. Next, you need to churn your ice cream to the perfect consistency. You want it to be smooth and creamy, but still hold its shape against the cold, hard croissant. This means using a combination of heavy cream, whole milk, and a touch of sugar to create a rich, velvety texture. And, of course, you need to add in those essential flavorings: a pinch of salt, a drizzle of honey, and a few drops of vanilla extract to bring out the sweetness and depth of the ice cream. Now, I know what you're thinking: this all sounds incredibly complicated, and it is. But trust me, the end result is well worth the effort. Because when you take that first bite, and the flaky croissant gives way to the creamy ice cream, it's like a party in your mouth. It's like a symphony of flavors and textures, all working together in perfect harmony. The secret ingredient that elevates the French croissant ice cream to a delectable masterpiece is actually quite simple: it's all about the resting time. You see, most recipes will tell you to chill the croissant dough for an hour or two, but I've found that if you take the time to chill it overnight, the results are dramatically different. The dough becomes more relaxed, more pliable, and it's able to hold its shape against the ice cream in a way that just isn't possible with a shorter chilling time. And, of course, you need to age the ice cream base for at least 24 hours, so the flavors can meld together and the texture can set. But even with the resting time, the key to making perfect French croissant ice cream is all about the layering. You need to create those perfect, delicate layers of croissant, and then carefully place the scoops of ice cream in between. It's a delicate process, but the end result is well worth the effort. Because when you take that first bite, and the flaky croissant gives way to the creamy ice cream, it's like a taste sensation unlike anything you've ever experienced. So, that's the secret to making the perfect French croissant ice cream from scratch. It's not an easy process, but the end result is well worth the effort. And, trust me, once you take that first bite, you'll be hooked. You'll be hooked on the combination of flaky, buttery croissant and creamy, cold ice cream, and you'll want to make it again and again and again. In the end, making the perfect French croissant ice cream is all about creating a unique experience. It's about combining two beloved treats into one irresistible dessert, and taking the time to get it just right. It's about experimenting with different flavors and textures, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. So, don't be afraid to get creative, to try new things, and to make it your own. I hope you guys have fun making your own French croissant ice cream at home, and I would love to see your results. Share your creations with me on social media, and let's get the conversation started.